Let us see what is meant by alkyl group. This group is generally obtained. This group is generally obtained by removing one atom of hydrogen from an alkane molecule. Generally, alkane molecule, what is the formula? CnH2n plus 2. From this, you are going to remove one hydrogen atom. Now, let us see how it works. CnH2n plus 2. This is the formula of alkane. Now I have removed one hydrogen atom. That means minus hydrogen. It became CnH2n plus 1. Initially it was H2n plus 2. It became H2n plus 2. 2n plus 1. Now initially it is called as alkane. After removal of this hydrogen atom, it became CnH2n plus 1 and you call it as alkyl. General formula of alkyl is CnH2n plus 1. You are going to give a single bond, single slash CnH2n plus 1. Suffix of ane, which is for that alkane, that means methane. If you talk, it is called as methane. That suffix ane of alkane, it became suffix yl for alkyl. Let us see an example. Ane will become yl. Methane, CH4. I have removed one hydrogen. One hydrogen is removed. 4 minus 1, 3. CH3. So you will write CH3. You call it as methyl. Initially it was methane. Now you call it as methyl. Now let us see some alkyl radicals. This is a very important table. For example, methyl. Methyl means just now we found CH3. So molecular formula is CH3. So abbreviated formula is CH3 only we will write. That means single carbon is bonded up with 3 hydrogen atoms. So single hydrogen carbon is bonded up with 3 hydrogen atoms. This is the structural formula. Okay. Now coming to the second one, ethyl. See, meth means single carbon will be there. Eth means 2 carbons will be there. Then we have prop. Propyl means 3 carbon atoms will be there. Ethyl, C2H5. C2H5, that means 2 carbon atoms. They are bonded up with the hydrogen atoms like this. CH2, CH3. They are bonded up with single bond. Now let us see the structural formula. 2 carbon atoms, 1 carbon atom it is bonded up with the 2 hydrogen atoms and the other carbon atom is bonded up with the 3 hydrogen atoms. C2H5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Coming to the third example, propyl, C3H7. C3H7. So 3 carbon atoms, 1, 2, 3. 3 carbon atoms. First carbon is linked up with 2 hydrogen atoms. Then with the 2 hydrogen atoms, this is linked up with 3 hydrogen atoms. Let us see the structure. 1, 2, 3. 3 carbon atoms. First carbon is linked up with the 2 hydrogen atoms up and down. This is also linked up with 2 hydrogen atoms, but this is linked up with 3. So how many carbon atoms? 1, 2, 3. 3 carbon atoms satisfied. Hydrogen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. C3H7. This is about propyl. Can you draw the structure for butyl? Butyl means 4 carbon atoms will be there. C4 and H9. I think you can draw it as a homework. Okay, this is about the alkyl. Are functional groups. Functional group means it is generally an atom or group of atoms which are joined in a specific manner which is responsible for the characteristic chemical properties of the organic compounds. That means the group of atoms are joined in a specific manner and that particular manner is responsible for the characteristic chemical properties of the organic compound which is formed. Now, an important note is that carbon generally forms bonds with elements like halogens. What are halogens? Fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. As well as with halogens, it forms bonds with oxygen, nitrogen and sulfur also. So, we will see what are heteroatoms. In hydrocarbon, in the hydrocarbon chain, one or more hydrogen atoms can be replaced by these elements. What are these elements here? Either it may be fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine or oxygen, nitrogen and sulfur. So in the hydrogen carbon chain, one or more hydrogen atoms, they can be replaced by these elements. So these elements are called as heteroatoms. Now let us see how these are going to form certain functional group, how they are going to act as a function. So common functional groups, here I am taking R. R is going to represent the alkyl group. Just now we have discussed about alkyl group. Alkyl group means CnH2n plus 1. One hydrogen atom is removed from the N group. Now let us see the functional group. If it is halide, halide means halogen. Okay, I am going to represent that halide with X. That X may be fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, anything. So the general formula means Rx. R means what? That alkyl group. Alkyl group. Alkyl group means it may be CH3. For example, CH4 is a methane. After becoming alkyl, what it became? CH3, methyl. So CH3 if you are taking, and if you are mixing up with this one chlorine, then it will become CH3Cl. So these types of organic compounds, you call them as haloalkanes, and the suffix it became ane. So example with the common names. Just now I said, no, instead of that R I have taken CH3, instead of X I have taken chlorine, CH3Cl. So the same example. Examples with common names and IUPAC names. So one example I have taken CH3Cl, that you call it as methyl chloride. And IUPAC name means International Union for Pure and Applied Chemistry. So this particular formula CH3Cl has got two names. This is the common name. Methyl chloride is a common name, and IUPAC name is chloromethane. One more example is C2H5Cl. Here R I have taken as C2H5 and X I have taken as Cl. So C2H5Cl. That you call it as C2. When two carbon atoms are there means you call it as eth. C2H5Cl. So ethyl chloride. This is a common name. And what is the IUPAC name? You call it as chloroethane. Now coming to the next functional group, hydroxyl. We have learnt in 7th and 8th classes, hydroxyl means OH. So the general formulas are OH. R is your alkyl group and you are going to join it up with OH. When it forms a functional group, that type of organic compound you call it as alcohol, and the suffix means OL. That means at the end of that spelling you are going to spell it as OL. So for example, CH3OH. So R I have taken as CH3 and OH I have bonded up here. So CH3OH. CH3 means methyl, OH means alcohol. Combine them, methanol. You'll have CH3 methyl, OH is alcohol. So you call it as methyl alcohol. You call it as common name. But IUPAC name, it is methanol because OL. So one more example, C2H5OH, you call it as ethyl alcohol or ethanol. So this is about the second functional group. Next functional group is aldehyde. That means you are going to link it up with CHO. CHO. So carbon, it is bonded up with, double bonded with oxygen, and single bond with hydrogen and single bond with R. What is R here? Alkyl group. So these type of organic compounds, you call them as aldehydes, and the suffix is L, Al. That means at the end you will have the spelling as L. So let us see the formula HCHO. This one you call it as formaldehyde. This is a common name, and here the IUPAC name is methanol. One more example is CH3CHO. CH3CHO, this is acetaldehyde, that is ethanol. Okay. Next one, carboxyl group. Carboxyl group means COOH. That means this carbon, it is going to linked up with one R. That means with alkyl group and CO double bond O and one single bond with OH group. So this you call it as carboxylic acid, and at the end you are going to spell it as oic acid. For example, CH3COOH, that R I have taken that methyl group CH3, and at the end I have joined up with COOH. So R CH3 and the end we have joined COOH. So CH3COOH, that only I have it. CH3COOH, you call it as acetic acid, and the IUPAC name is ethanoic acid, OIC acid, no? So ethanoic acid. One more example is CH3CH2COOH. How many carbons are there? 1, 2, 3. So it comes under prop group. how many hydrogens are there? 3 plus 2, 5. 5 plus 1, 6. So this acid you call it as propionic acid, common name, and propanoic acid as a IUPAC name. Common name is different and IUPAC name is different. So this is about the functional group, different about halides, hydroxyl atom, then aldehydes and carboxyl. It's very important. Functional groups. After that carboxyl group, we have ketone group. That functional group you call it as keto, C double bond O. Here the general formula is RCR and C is double bonded with O. The type of the organic compounds you call them as ketones and the suffix is -one. That means at the end of the spelling you are going to get -one. So examples of these are CH3CO CH3. I said no, RCR. R I have taken CH3 CH3 and here C and O. Same thing, CH3CO CH3. This you call it as acetone, common name, and propanone is a IUPAC name. Propanone because 3 carbon atoms are there, 1, 2, 3. So this is the common name and this is the IUPAC name. One more example, C2H5 CO C2H5. R I have taken C2H5 C2H5. How many C2H5s are there? This is 1 and this is 1. 2 times it is repeated. So you call it as di. Di means 2. Diethyl. This is ethyl. This is also ethyl. So diethyl ketone. CO. In the middle you have CO. So the next one, the IUPAC name is pentanone. Pentanone. Because how many carbons are there? 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 carbons are there. So you call it as pentanone. Next group is ethers. Here COC. Here you are going to have the general formula as ROR. That means here you will be having alkyl group, and in the middle you will be having oxygen. So these organic compounds you call them as ethers and the suffix is oxy. So if you are taking CH3O CH3, I said no, ROR. So CH3 in the middle O. So that only, CH3 in the middle O. So how many CH3s are there? This is methyl, this is methyl. 2 times, dimethyl ether, or IUPAC name you call it as methoxymethane. I said no, ethers are said as oxy. So methoxymethane. One more example is CH3O C2H5. Please see here, this is methyl group, this is ethyl group. CH3 means methyl, C2H5 means ethyl. So you call it as ethyl methyl ether, or you call it as methoxyethane. Here meth, here eth. This is ethane, this is meth, oxy, oxygen in the middle. So meth oxyethane. This is the IUPAC name, and common name is you are saying ethyl methyl ether. So this is how you are going to represent the functional group and the general formula with their examples. Next, coming to the next concept, homologous series. Series means what? Generally you have it in the mathematics, one after another you will be writing, no, like that. Group of organic compounds having similar structure and similar chemical properties in which the successive compounds are going to differ by CH2 group. Okay, so group of organic compounds, they are going to differ with their successive compounds by CH2 group. For example, you are going to take CH4. What is the formula? Methane plus CH2 you will get C2H6. If you are adding this one carbon, one more carbon is added, C2. H4 to this 2 is added, C2H6. C plus C, C2. 4 plus 2, 6. So this is methane and this is ethane. Homologous series. This is the first compound. So these two are differing by CH2. If you subtract CH2 from this ethane, you will get methane. Next example, propane. C3H8. If you add up CH2, you will be getting C4H10. You can even do the subtraction also. C4H10 minus CH2, you will be getting C3H8, because the difference between propane and butane is CH2. Homologous series means one after another the successor. This is the successor of propane, but the difference between The predecessor and the successor is CH2. Let us see some examples. You will be getting clarified. Examples of homologous series. First we will see alkanes. CnH2n plus 2. This is the general formula and molecular formula I have written. Methane, what is the molecular formula? CH4. Next, ethane. For this CH4, if you add that CH2, what you will get? Ethane. So the next one is C2H6. For this C2H6, that ethane, if you add up one more CH2, what you will get? You will get propane. That is C3H8. For this C3H8, if you add up CH2, you will be getting this butane, C4H10. For this C4H10, if you add CH2, you will be getting pentane, that is C5H12. For this C5H12, if you add up CH2, you will be getting hexane, C6H14, and you can continue like that also. Try. Next, coming to alkenes, CnH2n, this is the general formula. Now coming to the molecular formula, ethene, THENE, C2H4. Then if you add up CH2, you will get propane with formula C3H6. So if you add up CH2, what will happen? 2 will become 3 and 4 plus 2 is 6. So C2H4 plus C3H6. So C2H4 plus CH2, you will be getting C3H6. So the difference between this and this is CH2. So the next one, after propene, if you add up one more C2H6, you will be getting butene, C4H8. Again for the C4H8, if you add up one more CH2, you will getting pentene, C5H10. Like that you can add up number. Alkyne. Then we have CnH2n minus 2. This is the general formula. Coming to the molecular formula, let us ethyne. Ethyne means, eth means what? 2 carbon atoms linked up with 2 hydrogen atoms, C2H2. For this C2H2, if you add up CH2, for this C2H2, if you add up CH2, what you are going to get? C3H4. 2 plus 1, 3. 2 plus 2, 4. So the next compound is C3H4. Who is that C3H4 here? Propyne. For this propyne, again if you add CH2, you will get butane, C4H6. For this C4H6, if you add up one more CH2, you will get C5H8, that is pentine, because 5 carbon atoms are there. For this one more CH2, if you add, you will get hexane, C6H10. Hexa means 6. For this, if you add CH2, you will get heptine, that is C7H10. Like that, you will be getting octane. And you can continue up to nonine, decane and all. Like that, it's up to you. Homologous series for alcohols. We have seen for alkanes, alkenes and alkynes. Now let us see for alcohols. General formula for alcohols is CnH2n plus 1 OH. For instance, we have taken methanol. Okay, and its molecular formula is CH3OH. The next compound which is formed is ethanol, C2H5OH. How does it form? CH3OH plus CH2, because the difference between first compound and the second compound is CH2. So if you are adding CH3OH plus CH2, you are getting C2H5OH. So you are getting the second compound C2H5OH, that is nothing but ethanol. For this ethanol, if you add up one more CH2, you will be getting C3H7OH, that is propanol. For this propanol, if you add up CH2, you will be getting C4H9OH. Like that you can continue the homologous series. Now we shall see the important thing, characteristics of homologous series. First characteristic is each member of the series is going to differ by CH2 group. Here I said no, each member is going to differ by CH2. So each member of the series is going to differ by CH2 group and the molecular mass by 14 atomic mass unit. How 14? CH2, no? Carbon 1 atom, 1 into 12 atomic mass. Hydrogen how many? 2. 2 into 1. 12 plus 2 is how much? 14 atomic mass unit. Second one, the physical properties of the members are going to change. So they change gradually as the number of carbon atoms per the molecule increases. That is the molecular mass increases. Here what is happening? Gradually the carbon atoms are increasing. That means the molecular mass of the compound is increasing or not. For instance, if you take alkane, Methane, if you take CH4, first its molar mass is 16 because carbon is 12 plus 4, 16, and its boiling point is minus 161.4 degrees Celsius. Physical state is gas. Second compound which is formed after CH2 is added, it is C2H6 ethane. Its molecular mass is 30. You have to calculate C2H6 is 30. Minus 88.3 degrees Celsius. Physical state is gas. Next compound formed is propane. Its molar mass is 44, minus 44.5 degrees Celsius. It is also gas. Okay, fine. Coming to butane, C4H10, a molar mass is 58. See, the molar mass is increasing and the temperature, see how it is becoming. It became 0 degrees Celsius. It became gas. Coming to the next state, pentane, C5H12, molar mass is 72, molar mass is increasing. See the boiling point 36.2 degrees. Now the gas has converted into liquid. Physical state is gradually changing. Next property is members of the homologous series have similar chemical properties. For example, if you take methane plus chlorine, it becomes methyl chloride and hydrogen chloride is formed. Now for next one, all members of the homologous series, they can be prepared by using the same general method of preparation. For example, alcohols are prepared by alkyl halides. For example, if you take methyl bromide, CH3Br plus KOH, aqueous potassium hydroxide, if you boil them, you will be getting methyl alcohol and potassium bromide. So this is about the characteristics of the homologous series. Is very, very important.